In this video, we are going to talk about Mercury through the nakshatra of Pushya, Padas, symbolism, Deity and more. So keep watching. Namaste and welcome to Pramanik Astrology channel. I'm your host Prasad Mahajan. We help you raise your vibrations and become your true self with the help of Vedic astrology. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And more than that, you should go and check out my 3 hours free workshop. Okay. And that will help you to get started into Vedic astrology and start making predictions with your own chart, even if you have no prior background to Vedic astrology, without spending thousands of dollars on Vedic astrology courses. So see you on the other side of the training. Link is in the description. Mercury through the nakshatra of Pushya. What is Mercury? We have already made a separate video on what is Mercury. Mercury is the planet which is responsible for your communication, intellect, friendships, networking. It is more about your smartness. It is not about the wisdom, though it is signifying the intellect, but it is more like a smartness. It is also about the networking. It is also about the balanced views. Mercury is not feminine, not masculine. It is balanced. Mercury also represents business and commerce and all kinds of exchanges, give and take. All these things can be seen with Mercury. Now, what happens when Mercury comes into the Pushya Nakshatra? What is Pushya Nakshatra? Pushya Nakshatra ranges from 3 degrees, 20 minutes of Cancer to the 16 degrees, 40 minutes of Cancer. The Dasha ruler of this nakshatra is Saturn. What do I mean by that? It means if you have Moon placed into the Pushya Nakshatra, your Dasha sequence will start with Saturn. And your Dasha sequence has huge impact on your life. What if you have well-placed Saturn and that Saturn Dasha is coming at your prime, or you are having Saturn Dasha at the beginning of your life? That is going to set the tone of your life. Let's say you had a tough childhood, you are not able to take the education, proper education, and that has become the significant part of your destiny. Or you did not take the formal education, but you did acquire some skill which went on to become a key skill in your professional life. There are so many stories around that, but you have to understand the Dasha sequence. Okay, so the Dasha ruler of the Pushya Nakshatra is Saturn. Okay, and the sequence remains the same. After Saturn comes Mercury, then Ketu, then Venus, Sun, Moon, Rahu, Sun, Moon, Mars, Rahu, Jupiter, and so on. Okay, now I have already made a video on Vimshottari Mahadasha and how to calculate the balanced dashas, how to find exact balanced dashas for each planet. You can go and check out that video as well. Now, what is Pushya Nakshatra? Pushya Nakshatra, the deity associated with the Pushya Nakshatra is Brihaspati. Brihaspati is the guru of the Devas. He is Jupiter. Okay, but this is a deity. This is not a planet, but this is a planet which is responsible for the magic, is responsible for the rituals, is responsible for all kinds of ceremonies and rituals gods have to perform. Brihaspati is all about goodness, is all about expansion, is all about the surplus. Brihaspati blesses and expands everything it touches. It's all about the positivity. The symbolism associated with this nakshatra is flower and the circle. So this nakshatra is all about the creativity, nourishment, new beginnings. Remember, this nakshatra is after the Ardra nakshatra. This nakshatra is powerful and auspicious nakshatra because it is Dasha ruled by Saturn and the deity is Brihaspati. So this nakshatra is unique. It has the power of Saturn and the wisdom of Jupiter. Now, another dimension to this, a nakshatra which is Dasha ruled by Saturn, one of the prominent planets, and is ruled by Jupiter, the Brihaspati himself, the another important planet. Now, the planet of intellect comes into this nakshatra. Let's look at this. What happens when Mercury comes into the nakshatra of Pushya? The planet of communication comes into the nakshatra of nourishment. So these people always are concerned about their needs, and they always talk about what they want in life. They have the clarity of thoughts with Pushya Nakshatra. Mercury is all about the dual thoughts, but when it comes into the Pushya Nakshatra, it gets the clarity. The planet of networking comes into the nakshatra, which is all about wisdom, rituals. So these people like to connect with people on the spiritual ceremonies like home, yajna, and many other spiritual ceremonies. These people connect with the other like-minded people. They like to invite other people at their place for such spiritual ceremonies. Pushya Nakshatra is a nakshatra which allows Mercury to express its intellect and communication through the wisdom of Jupiter. The intellect of Mercury gets the wisdom of Jupiter. So these people are very good at spiritual things. These people are very good at understanding the spiritual subjects. Okay. One of the theme of the Pushya Nakshatra is rivalry. We have talked about this into the Jyeshtha Nakshatra as well, but that is something different because, Jyeshtha is more like an Indra who is insecure about his throne. This Pushya Nakshatra has the rivalry. It has a story about the Brihaspati and the Venus. Brihaspati and Venus were the student of Rishi Angiras, who were the father of Venus, the Shukra. And they used to, favor him. So this theme of rivalry is there into the nakshatra of Pushya. Now, you have to pay attention to what is the planet placed into this. In this video, we are talking about the Mercury into the Pushya Nakshatra. And then you have to see where that Mercury is ruling. Let's say you have 6th Lord into the 6th Lord is Mercury and is into the Pushya Nakshatra. Then this rivalry thing would be prominent. Or let's say it's into the 10th house. 10th Lord is Mercury and is in the Pushya Nakshatra. Then things will be different. Let's say you have Ascendant as Mercury being, the Virgo or Gemini Ascendant. And then that Mercury is coming into this nakshatra of Pushya. So, rivalry is the theme of this nakshatra. This nakshatra is extremely auspicious, but it has, on the downside, it has that feeling of rivalry with the colleagues, with the co-workers, or with the co-students. Okay, let's say you are in a school and you are jealous of someone, or somebody is jealous of you. This rivalry will always be the part of this Pushya Nakshatra. The planet of intellect, communication, and news comes into the nakshatra, which is, Dasha ruled by Brihaspati, which is wisdom. So these people have opinion about the politics. These people tend to have understanding about the political news, political things going around their country, city, whatever it is. They are very good at understanding the underlying message of the political developments. This nakshatra has 4 padas. The first pada of this nakshatra goes into the Leo Navamsha. When Mercury goes into the Leo Navamsha, this is all about the creativity. Leo is the planet which is ruled by Sun, which is resonates with the 5th house and is all about the creativity. Mercury, we often overlook the quality of Mercury as an artist. Mercury is an artist. As much as Venus, Mercury is also about the artistic things. So when Mercury comes into the Rashi of Cancer, into the Nakshatra of Pushya, in the Leo Pada, it is all about the creativity. It has the clarity and they like to follow their heart when it comes to creative fields. The second pada of this nakshatra goes into the Vargo Navamsha. Now this is an exalted pada for Venus, not Venus, exalted pada for the Mercury. And Mercury loves to be into this pada. Why? Because Mercury is all about gathering information, analyzing that information and understanding drawing some conclusion and messages out of that information by processing it using the intellect. Virgo likes to go deep into the subject. Gemini likes to go broad. Mercury into the second pada of this nakshatra makes these people go deep into the subject. This is an exalted pada and this is also a Pushkar Navamsha. So Mercury is extremely happy, comfortable and in its own element and does great into this pada. The third pada of this nakshatra goes into Libra Navamsha. The Libra, the lord of the Libra is Venus, is friends with Mercury. But at the same time, the Mercury is into the sign of Cancer, which is ruled by Moon, which is not friends with Mercury. There is a story about the Tara and Brihaspati. Okay, so Chandra, Moon married Tara and they have a son called Mercury. Okay, but Tara was already married to Brihaspati. Okay, so this is a story, but Brihaspati took a lot of time to accept Mercury as his son. Mercury is the son of Tara and Moon. Now, this Mercury is in the Rashi of Moon. Okay, and is into the pada of Venus, of Libra. So this is also about bringing out the balance. Mercury is balance. We think that Saturn is the balance. No, Saturn is not the balance. Mercury is the balance. Saturn loves balance, but Mercury is balance because it takes both Venusian mindset as well as the martial mindset depending upon the situation. And when it comes into the Libra Navamsha, it is all about the social things. Libra is all about the society and the other people. So this Mercury does great while connecting with the other people in the society. Okay. Fourth pada of this nakshatra goes into the Scorpio Navamsha ruled by Mars. Now Mercury is not comfortable into this Navamsha. This Scorpio is all about the intense feelings, the dark side of this personality, and now the intellect comes into this. So these people are more interested into the shadow side, are interested into the dark side of the spirituality. And when it comes to creative ideas, these people, when Mercury is in the fourth pada of this nakshatra, these people try to bring in the balance. More than balance, they try to come out of a unique solution with spirituality as well as the materialistic things. They bring in that balance and mixture by thinking about spirituality as well as the practical side of that problem. Okay, so yes, this was Mercury into the Pushya Nakshatra. As much as I could hold, grasp and share with you guys. If you want to learn Vedic astrology, join my 33 days Vedic astrology bootcamp. Link is in the description. Sending you tons of positive energy, sending you high vibes. See you in the next videos. Love and peace. Namaste.